Hey everyone, my name is Louis and this video is part of our series on a complete guide to creating a brand identity, which I've divided into 4 easy and actionable steps, namely how to define your brand, how to design your brand, how to deliver your brand, and how to create your digital brand. And in today's video, you're going to be learning step 3 in our process, which is how to deliver your brand. So without further ado, let's get branding. And for those of you who are new to the channel, this is the Ultimate Brand Bible, your ultimate space for free advice, tips, tricks, hacks, how-to guides, templates, and resources on branding to help you get your brand to the next level. And you can start that process for your brand today by hitting the subscribe button. And don't forget the little bell notification to make sure you don't miss any of the great stuff that we'll be putting out on a regular basis just for you. This is another one in our series, as I mentioned, on a complete guide to creating a brand identity, and today we'll be looking at how to deliver your brand. Now, once again, if you did not check the other 2 videos, step 1, which is how to define your brand, or step 2, how to design your brand, you should not be watching this video right now. So I'm going to let these cards pop up. This one will be how to define your brand, which is where you should start. If you've already watched that one, then head over to how to design your brand before you get onto delivering your brand. First you have to define, then design, then deliver. So let's get into it. Once you've defined and designed your brand, it's time to deliver, or what I also like to call deploy your brand identity onto all of the tangible marketing materials that you will use to promote or create awareness about your brand. So the first thing is here is the brand style guide design ecosystem, which is also called a brand guideline. It's a living, breathing document that encapsulates your entire brand identity and aims at capturing the essence of who you are and what you represent as a brand. The guide then goes on into specific details on the rules and regulations surrounding your brand identity and how all of the different elements should be used in marketing promotion related activities. So this is quite important. Once you have established your brand identity, you most likely move on, over the course of your existence, although it will be updated from time to time, every few years. At least you'll be using many different agencies and marketing companies for different things. You might use an event company to organize some events for you. You might use a social media marketing company to do some social media marketing for you and online paid ads, etc. You might do many different things. A new company designing your uniforms for your staff. This is basically the document that goes out to all of them, and it tells them what they're allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do to stick within your brand. The last thing you want is the company designing your uniforms, using your logo in the wrong way, and it just turns into a mess. Or an events company using the wrong styles and creating the wrong experience for your customers. Okay, so what does the brand style guide contain? It shows you basically how to use the following things: the logo, your colors, typography, imagery style, stationery templates, website guidelines, social media guidelines, brand voice and style guides, marketing, advertising, communication guides, mission statement, values, brand positioning statement, target audience. So it basically shows them everything about your brand, so they can get a very clear idea, and then how to use these different things. So if they're going to put out a newspaper ad, they'll know what font to use, the sizes, the type of templates, the grids to use in the design programs, so that all of your collaterals and everything looks the same. Not the same in a boring way. Consistent is the word. Consistency, once again, the golden rule. Keeping it simple and keeping it consistent. So let's look at the collaterals. This is what goes into now delivering your brand. This is the part where your brand comes to life and all the elements of your identity are displayed onto all of your marketing collaterals. These include things like your business card, letterheads, receipts, storefront signage, employee uniforms, flyers, brochures, and The list is practically endless. Let's look at some examples. So this is essentially a full deployment of a standard corporate company. So let me just get a mouse here. Here you have your kind of your website. You can see how everything follows the same consistent theme, if I can use that word. Now this is be your letterhead. These are business cards, your envelopes, the notebook, folders, brochures, etc. Even these kind of things. So let's look at an example with some more things. This is basically a coffee shop. Now, this is designing a complete brand, identity for a coffee shop, which includes everything. These are tags, even the sugars, bags, this kind of clipboard with this thing, um, menu, the cups. Ethan has glasses on here. I think that's just for decoration. I'm not sure. The logo, obviously, on the van, the delivery van, your coffee storefront signage, the aprons, uniforms, even the menu outside, everything to follow a very consistent identity. That's basically how you deliver your brand. And there's also a fourth phase, which is delivering your brand digitally, which is basically creating your digital brand. Now, for some brands in certain situations, this actual physical, it's not the right word to use, but this kind of physical deployment of your brand is not maybe that needed compared to digital. For instance, if you're online, if you're a shop only selling like online makeup or online shoes or something, you don't have a physical shop, you never meet any clients, it's pointless to have business cards and letterheads and envelopes and stuff like that, even uniforms. But then again, there are situations where you're a physical brand, where you might not need all of the digital elements. Or you do, just you're not gonna you'll spend more time on your physical deployment. So nonetheless, in the next step, we'll look at how to create your digital brand, and that's it. Subscribe, like. Till next time.